Hello, and welcome to the first episode of KevsterSports. We got a lot to cover today. First off, we'll start with NBA. Now, we're entering the dog days of sports, but for now, with the NBA, we get the treat of the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. Boston just played Indiana tonight, won 114 to 111. They take the 3-0 series lead, and I'm not going to lie, I even knew it. The series was over before it began. Not really close at all. It's looking like the Celtics are finals favorites for sure. But one thing I was surprised about was Dallas taking a 2-0 series lead over the Timberwolves. I thought the Timberwolves had it locked down in like 5 or even a sweep. But now they're in a 2-0 hole and hoping to get out of it tomorrow on Sunday afternoon or evening, or I'm not sure when the game is, but either way, I'll be watching it and just hoping the Timberwolves can get out of their slump, because this is not a good look for the Timberwolves or Anthony Edwards or any of them. They need to pull out of it. Comment who your finals matchup is in the comments. I think personally the Timberwolves will pull out of it and win either in 7 or in 6, because no, they actually were up against the Nuggets now, because I was thinking maybe they pulled out of it against the Nuggets, but they were up 2-0, not the Nuggets. So, or were they? I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But either way, so I still believe, yeah, they could pull out of it easy. They're a really strong team with Gobert and Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns. So, yeah, I think definitely they could pull out of it easy. So that's what's going on in the NBA world right now. Let's move to NHL. Now for NHL, again, we are entering the Stanley Cup Finals, nearly. For now, we're looking at the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, just like the NBA. Like, they start basically at the same time. They basically have the same season length. So, yeah, I mean, they're in the same area right now. The Stars just beat the Oilers tonight, 3-1. So that series is now tied 1-1. And the Rangers play the Panthers for Game 3 tomorrow. And actually, that series is also tied 1-1. So we got a lot of similarities in between the NBA and NHL, where in the NBA, both teams are so far sweeping the team that they're playing, and in the NHL, the teams are so far tied. But obviously, we're going to see a change to that soon. So let's just move on to the NFL. Now, there's not a lot to talk about right now in the NFL. It's basically in that really boring mid-off-season stage where it's just minicamp for the rookies. But there is something to talk about amongst the rookies, to where the quarterbacks are looking pretty good, honestly. Like, from everything I've heard, Caleb Williams is doing good. He had a rough day a couple days ago, but overall he's doing not bad in the camp. Jaden Daniels doing good from what I've heard. Drake May, J.J. McCarthy, all these dudes. And honestly, in football, there's just not a lot to talk about. But we do have the UFL. The Stallions are looking definitely like the undisputed favorites. The Battlehawks and Panthers are not trailing far behind, honestly. Those are my two favorite teams because I live in the Chicago area. So, like, anywhere near Chicago works for me, so I couldn't pick between Michigan and St. Louis, so I just chose both. They're both my favorite teams. I kind of wish the New Orleans Breakers would have transferred from the USFL to the UFL, because they were actually my favorite team. I just really like New Orleans as a city, and the Breakers were a really likable team. They actually did pretty good. They had cool jerseys, cool name. I just liked everything about the Breakers, but they took them away. So now I'm just rooting for the people closest to the Chicago area that I live in. So, Battlehawks and Panthers are my favorites. But anyway, that's all we can talk about on the football scene. So, let's move on to the MLB. Now, the MLB like football, is in a pretty boring stage right now. It's not in anything like super significant. It's in the mid-season stage. So the best teams right now are definitely looking like the Phillies, Yankees, Guardians. Very surprising. The Royals are super surprising. Nobody expected this out of them. But, I mean, Bobby Witt Jr., like, I'm not really surprised too much. All I'm hoping for is my Cubs to pull out of their slump because they're currently 3-7 in their last 10. So I'm hoping Bellinger can get the bat going. Swanson's been in a bit of a slump. They're talking about moving Hap down to the triple A, which is kind of crazy. Shota Imanaga's looking like a definite Cy Young candidate. So there's a lot to look up to for Cubs fans. The Dodgers are looking really good. They got Ohtani and Mookie Betts on top of the batting average numbers. And as far as home runs, we got Aaron Judge, Kyle Tucker, and Gunnar Henderson all tied for first with 17. So that's a pretty... Honestly, like, I'm kind of disappointed in those numbers because I feel like 17's kind of low for, like, over 50 games played. But the Yankees are still insane, so I'm not surprised Aaron Judge tied for leading the league in home runs. What I'm surprised about is the fact that the Dodgers only have, like, 30 wins with Ohtani and Mookie Betts on the same team. And Max Muncy and all those other guys, too. Like, how are they not a top 5 team in the MLB? That's just crazy to me. And now we got a league that literally nobody cares about. The WNBA has started preseason. Angel Reese for the Chicago Sky. Caitlin Clark for the Indiana Fever. They're doing their thing for sure. The Chicago Sky are actually looking insane. Not that I watch them, but still, it's nice to know we have one winning team here in Chicago. Let me know what your NHL Stanley Cup Finals predictions are in the comments below, by the way. I forgot to say that before. But me personally, I think it's going to be the Oilers and the Rangers, personally. Because I think the Rangers are a really fantastic team right now, and Connor McDavid is just really hard to beat in that Oilers jersey. So that's what I think. You can let me know what you think what it is, but I think it's going to be Oilers-Rangers. And as far as my NBA Finals predictions and NHL, I'll just get to that now. So for the NBA Finals, I already said I think it's going to be Celtics and Timberwolves. I think the Celtics beat the Timberwolves in 6, 4-2 series score. And in the NHL Finals, Stanley Cup Finals, I'm thinking that the Rangers beat the Oilers in 7 games. That's what I'm calling. I think the Rangers are just too good of a team to not win. I honestly think, like, the Oilers got Connor McDavid, who is a fantastic player, but they don't really have any other great players as of current. So I'm definitely taking the Rangers. But let me know if you disagree. I mean, that's what I think personally. But yeah, this was kind of a pilot episode. I wasn't expecting anything too crazy anyway. Let me know. I mean, this is my first video for the channel. Let me know if you want me to talk about anything else. Or just use the comments as, like, I was going to say predictions. I just did that. Use the comments as, like, a place for suggestions. I'll be reading all of them. So if you want to see anything for the future of the channel, just let me know. But I'm KevsterSports, signing out for the first and hopefully not the last time. See you, boys.